Let me ask you something before we begin. When you picture an avocado, what do you see? Maybe a creamy green slice resting on your morning toast, maybe a bowl of guacamole at a family gathering, maybe that dependable fruit your doctor keeps telling you to eat more of. And honestly, your doctor is right. Avocados are one of the most nutrient-dense foods nature has ever produced. They protect your heart, nourish your brain, cushion your joints, and deliver potassium, magnesium, fiber, and powerful antioxidants your aging body desperately needs. But here is the part nobody talks about, and the part that keeps me up at night as a physician. The way most people prepare, pare, store, and eat their avocados can quietly flip this healing food into something that damages digestion, stresses the liver, raises blood pressure, and even accelerates chronic disease. I've watched it happen in my own exam room more times than I can count. From stomach disturbances to blood sugar disasters, from pancreatic stress to dangerous bacterial infections, the mistakes are everywhere, and they are hiding in plain sight. I'm Dr. Thomas Smith, and after more than 30 years of practicing internal medicine, I've come to a very clear conclusion. The difference between a food that heals you and a food that harms you often comes down to a handful of small decisions most people never think about. New research from major American health institutes confirms that 10 specific avocado mistakes are quietly sabotaging the very benefits this fruit was meant to deliver. Have you ever sliced open a rock-hard avocado and eaten it anyway because you didn't want to waste it? Have you ever shaken on a heavy dose of salt to bring out the flavor? Have you ever tossed out that dark green rim right beneath the skin, the most nutrient-packed layer of all? These look like harmless little habits, but after 60, your body no longer forgives careless choices the way it did at 30. That's exactly why we're walking through these 10 fatal avocado mistakes today, counting down from the most common to the single most dangerous. Stay with me all the way to mistake number 1, because that one has sent people to emergency rooms across this country, and almost nobody sees it coming. Before we dive in, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another senior health lesson. Drop a quick yes in the comments if avocados are part of your weekly routine. Now let's begin with mistake number 10. Mistake number 10 is simply eating too many avocados. The modern wellness world has turned avocados into a symbol of clean living, and I understand why. But healthy does not mean unlimited. One medium avocado carries roughly 240 calories and 22 grams of fat. And while those fats are the good kind, they still demand work from your liver. When you start eating 2 or 3 avocados every single day, something unexpected happens. The organ designed to protect you begins to feel the strain. A recent analysis from the American Heart Association suggested that a notable percentage of people who consume very high amounts of avocado daily actually see their triglycerides and cholesterol rise rather than fall. Think of your liver like a patient letter carrier. He can deliver a steady stack of mail every day with no problem. But when you triple his load, even the lightest envelopes start piling up. I've seen patients develop bloating, sluggish digestion, and even early signs of pancreatitis after embracing a 2 avocado a day habit they believed was a gift to their health. One medium avocado per day, or even just half, is more than enough to deliver the full spectrum of benefits, especially if you're already eating other healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, or seeds. Moderation is not a limitation. Moderation is the dosage at which medicine works. Mistake number 9 is eating avocado too close to bedtime. So many of my patients tell me they enjoy avocado in the evening because it feels light and healthy. But avocado is a fat-dense food, and fats take hours to digest. When you eat avocado 2 or 3 hours before sleep, your stomach is forced to work overtime during the exact hours it should be winding down. Think of your digestive system like a restaurant kitchen. At 8 in the morning, the chefs are alert and ready. At 10 at night, they're wiping down counters and preparing to close. Handing them a heavy order right before closing time creates chaos. Research from sleep medicine journals has shown that high-fat meals consumed late in the evening significantly raise the chance of nighttime acid reflux, restless sleep, and early morning fatigue. Even more importantly, high-fat evening meals can lower melatonin, your natural sleep hormone, while raising cortisol, your stress hormone. The result is a night of shallow sleep followed by a foggy, exhausted morning. I once treated a gentleman named Harold, a retired pharmacist from Denver, who had struggled with insomnia for almost 2 years. When we mapped his daily routine, I discovered he was eating avocado on sourdough every night at 9. Within 3 weeks of shifting that habit to lunchtime, his sleep quality transformed completely. Enjoy your avocado earlier in the day and let your body rest at night. Mistake number 8 is pairing avocado with fat-free foods. This one surprises people because it sounds sensible. You think you're being smart by mixing avocado into fat-free yogurt or a low-fat salad. But here's the science. Avocados are rich in fat-soluble vitamins A, E, and K, and these vitamins cannot travel into your bloodstream without dietary fat. When you strip the fat out of everything else on your plate, you actually sabotage the absorption of the very vitamins the avocado is delivering. Studies from nutrition research centers have shown that long-term low-fat eating patterns frequently lead to deficiencies in vitamins A, E, and K, showing up as poor night vision, thinning hair, fragile skin, and weakened immunity. Think of fat-soluble vitamins like tiny boats that need a river of fat to carry them to their destination. Take away the river and the boats sit stranded. Healthy fats are also essential for hormone production. Stripping them from your diet can throw estrogen, testosterone, and cortisol completely out of balance. So when you're enjoying avocado, don't be afraid to drizzle a little olive oil on your salad, sprinkle some chopped walnuts, or add a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. These small additions unlock the full nutritional payload of your avocado. Mistake number 7 is eating unripe avocados. We've all done it. You bring the avocado home, you're excited to eat it, and even though it's hard as a stone, you cut it open anyway. But unripe avocados are loaded with natural plant compounds called tannins, the same astringent substances that make unripe bananas and persimmons feel chalky in your mouth. In small amounts, tannins are harmless. In larger amounts, especially in older adults whose digestive systems move more slowly, they can trigger cramping, bloating, nausea, and loose stools. An unripe avocado is like an unfinished loaf of bread pulled too early from the oven. The outer shell looks right, but inside, the transformation isn't complete. Research has shown that unripe fruits can also increase enzyme demand on the pancreas, which becomes a real concern for anyone with an already sensitive digestive tract. To test ripeness, press your thumb gently near the stem. The avocado should yield softly without feeling mushy. If it's rock hard, slip it into a paper bag with an apple or banana for a day or two. The ethylene gas from those fruits will speed up ripening beautifully. Patience rewards you with a creamy, fully converted fruit packed with the monounsaturated fats your heart deserves. Mistake number 6 is smothering your avocado in salt. I see this constantly. People pile salt on avocado toast, drown guacamole in sodium-heavy seasonings, and then wonder why their blood pressure keeps climbing. Avocados on their own are beautifully low in sodium and rich in potassium, which is nature's natural blood pressure regulator. When you dump salt onto them, you completely cancel out that protective balance. Picture your arteries like garden hoses. A little pressure keeps the water flowing smoothly. Too much pressure makes the hoses stiff, swollen, and eventually damaged. After 60, your blood vessels naturally lose some of their flexibility, and your kidneys process sodium less efficiently. That means the salt that barely affected you at 40 can now push your blood pressure into dangerous territory. The American Heart Association has consistently linked high daily sodium intake to significantly higher rates of hypertension and cardiovascular events. I remember Dennis, a 63-year-old retired truck driver from Arizona, who came to me with pounding headaches and swollen ankles. His breakfast every morning was avocado toast drenched in salt and soy sauce. Once he swapped the salt for lemon juice, garlic, cumin, and smoked paprika, his blood pressure dropped within a month. Let your avocado shine with herbs, citrus, and gentle spices, not with sodium that quietly wages war on your heart. Mistake number 5 is leaving sliced avocado at room temperature. You finish half, you leave the other half on the counter, and you come back hours later thinking it's still fine. Here's what actually happened in those hours. Once an avocado is cut, its soft flesh becomes an open invitation for oxidation and bacterial growth. At room temperature, bacteria multiply rapidly, and avocados have been linked in multiple outbreaks to listeria and salmonella contamination. For a young, robust immune system, a mild exposure may cause nothing more than a queasy afternoon. For someone in their 60s or 70s, the same exposure can mean days of severe diarrhea, dehydration, and even hospitalization. Think of sliced avocado like fresh raw fish. You would never leave a piece of sashimi on the counter for 4 hours and then eat it, yet people do the equivalent with avocado constantly. To protect yourself, refrigerate the unused half immediately. Brush the exposed flesh with lemon or lime juice to slow oxidation, keep the seed inside, press plastic wrap directly against the surface, and use it within 48 hours. If it's been sitting out longer than 2 hours, throw it away. One wasted half avocado is far cheaper than one hospital visit. Mistake number 4 is combining avocado with alcohol. This one hides in plain sight at dinner parties, weekend brunches, and Mexican restaurants everywhere. Guacamole with margaritas, avocado salad with a glass of wine. It feels harmless and even sophisticated, but here's what's happening inside your body. Both alcohol and rich fats are processed by your liver. When you send them in together, your liver has to work on 2 demanding jobs at once. Imagine a single worker trying to answer 2 phones ringing at the same time. Something gets dropped. Over time, this repeated double load can accelerate the development of fatty liver disease, a condition that is now shockingly common among Americans over 50. Alcohol also interferes with the pancreatic enzymes needed to properly digest the fats in avocado, creating a buildup that can raise the risk of acute pancreatitis, one of the most painful conditions in medicine. Research from liver and digestive health institutes has consistently shown that high-fat meals paired with regular alcohol intake produce more oxidative stress, more inflammation, and more long-term organ damage than either one alone. If you enjoy an occasional glass of wine, pair it with lighter foods like cucumber, carrots, or steamed vegetables. Save your avocado for earlier in the day when your liver is fresh and ready to handle its healthy fats with ease. Mistake number 3 is eating overripe avocados with dark streaks or black spots. So many people cut open an avocado, see those dark veins running through the flesh, and simply slice around them. I understand the instinct. Nobody likes to waste food. But those dark streaks are often the footprint of fungal growth and molds can produce a group of compounds called aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are among the most concerning natural toxins known to food science, and long-term exposure has been linked in medical literature to liver damage and elevated cancer risk. Here's the part that truly matters. The visible mold is only the tip of the iceberg. The toxins can spread invisibly through the soft flesh far beyond the darkened zone. After 60, your liver's detoxification capacity naturally declines, making the impact of these toxins far more serious than it would have been decades earlier. The rule is simple. If you see black streaks or fuzzy spots inside your avocado, throw the entire fruit away. Buy firm avocados with unbroken, evenly colored skin. Let them ripen at room temperature, then refrigerate once ripe to lock in freshness. Your liver will thank you for years to come. Mistake number 2 is mixing avocado with sugar. This one will surprise many of you. In certain cultural traditions, avocado is blended with sweetened condensed milk, sugar, or honey to create creamy desserts and sweet smoothies. It tastes wonderful. It feels like an indulgent treat, but from a metabolic perspective, it's a slow-moving disaster. Avocado's rich fats delay the digestion of whatever else is on the plate, meaning the sugar you add hangs around in your bloodstream far longer than it should. Your pancreas is forced to release insulin again and again, keeping your system in a state of constant sugar management. Over years, this pattern quietly paves the road to insulin resistance, prediabetes, and type 2 diabetes. Think of your pancreas like a bell being rung too many times. Eventually, the bell cracks. Research from the National Institute of Diabetes has consistently shown that high-fat, high-sugar combinations are among the most damaging patterns for metabolic health, and they contribute heavily to the epidemic of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease in older adults. I once treated a gentleman named Carlos, a 60-year-old from Miami, who had grown up enjoying avocado blended with sugar almost every morning. By his late 50s, he was carrying extra weight, battling fatigue, and had just been diagnosed with prediabetes and early fatty liver. When he replaced that sweet blend with a savory avocado with tomato, lime, and olive oil, his lab numbers began improving within months. Pair avocado with spices like cinnamon or nutmeg, a handful of berries for natural sweetness, or with savory companions like tomato and lemon, never with refined sugar. And now we reach mistake number 1, the single most dangerous avocado mistake of them all: eating avocado with raw or undercooked eggs. You may have seen this trend on social media. Influencers cracking raw eggs into avocado smoothies or into the well of an avocado half, calling it a super protein bomb. It looks powerful, it sounds efficient, and it can send you to the emergency room. Raw eggs are one of the most common carriers of salmonella, a bacterium that causes violent gastrointestinal illness. Food safety data from United States agencies has consistently linked raw and undercooked eggs to a significant share of salmonella outbreaks year after year. Now layer avocado into the picture. Avocado's fats slow the passage of food through your digestive system. Normally, this is a benefit, promoting satiety and steady blood sugar. But when raw egg bacteria are in the mix, that slower transit gives the pathogens more time to multiply inside your gut, which can lead to a far worse infection than raw eggs alone would cause. Imagine throwing gasoline on a smoldering fire instead of letting it burn out on its own. For a senior, the consequences can be severe: intense vomiting, extreme dehydration, dangerous drops in blood pressure, kidney stress, and in the most serious cases, sepsis. A gentleman named Martin, a 54-year-old from Seattle, was brought into an emergency room after weeks of morning smoothies made with raw eggs and avocado. He required intravenous fluids, hospitalization, and over a week of careful monitoring to recover. The fix is simple: always cook your eggs. Boiled, poached, or scrambled eggs paired with avocado create one of the most beautiful nutritional combinations on earth, delivering high-quality protein, choline for brain health, vitamin D, and healthy fats without a single bacterial risk. My friends, avocados truly are one of the most remarkable gifts nature has ever given to the human body. They protect your heart, calm inflammation, sharpen your mind, and support vibrant health deep into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. But as we've walked through today, it is never just what you eat. It is always how you eat it, when you eat it, what you pair it with, and how carefully you handle it. These 10 mistakes can silently undo every benefit this fruit was designed to deliver, and some of them can even place your long-term health in genuine danger. The beautiful news is that awareness changes everything. A few thoughtful adjustments, a little patience, and a gentle respect for the way food and the body work together can completely transform your relationship with this superfood. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these mistakes have you been making without realizing it? How do you most love to enjoy your avocado? On toast, in salads, in smoothies, or with eggs? Share your answer in the comments, because I read every single one, and your stories help this community grow stronger together. If this video opened your eyes even a little, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you love who enjoys avocados, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss another evidence-based lesson designed to keep you strong, sharp, and thriving after 60. I'm Dr. Thomas Smith, and here's to eating smarter, living longer, and enjoying every single bite of the beautiful life your body is working so hard to protect.